Welcome to Math Plus, where math makes sense. In this video, we will cover an introduction to what the order of operation is. This is also a good video for those who want to review what the order of operation is. And we're also going to discuss, does it really matter? First thing I want to do is go over what the order of operation is. You've probably heard that saying, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And this is the format that we are supposed to use when we're adding or subtracting or multiplying, dividing mixed operations in one equation. That's when things get a little sticky. And first, I want to go over what the order of operation is, and then I'll show you why it's important to follow it. The first one, P, stands for parentheses. Now, there are times when you'll have a parentheses in an equation, and you do that first. There are going to be times as well when you might see two sets of parentheses nestled within each other. When you're first learning, that's not going to happen too often, but we just work from the inside out if that happens, okay? The second step is go find all of your exponents, solve those, and then move on. If you're just learning or just using order of operation and just learning how to do it, you probably will not have exponents in the equations yet. That's usually something that's introduced around the 6th grade level. Then we have my dear. Please excuse my dear. My and dear stand for multiplication and divide. Why do I have them next to each other? Why aren't they just listed as step number 3, step number 4? This is where it gets a little tricky. This is where most of us get hung up, young and old. What we need to do in the equation is look at all of the multiplication and division. It doesn't matter which one comes first. It could be a division. We go from left to right, just like you're used to. Go left to right and stay in that order. Very important, go left to right. So if a division comes up first, do that, and then keep moving and only do multiplication and division, no skipping. Same thing for addition and subtraction. We start from the left, and then we keep going right in order. Very, very, very important. If you don't follow these instructions for the order of operation, you might find out your answer is not right. And let me show that to you here. I have two students, and one on the left is going to use the order of operations solving this equation. The one on the right has a little bit of a defiance about him, and he's like, I don't want to do that. I just want to go left to right like I always do. What does it matter anyway, right? That's how some of us may think in the beginning, like, why do I have to follow that? Let's see. Let's see if it makes a difference. So the one on the left says parentheses first. There are none, so we keep going. Exponent. Don't see any. Multiplication and division. I do see a multiplication problem or multiplication sign right here. Now, there weren't any parentheses, but you are allowed to add them. Like in this case, I might just add them so that I can say, okay, I want to focus on getting my multiplication done. There's no division, no other multiplication, just what I just put in the parentheses. And that's okay to do that once you want to focus and clarify. So 6 times 11 is 66. And now I'm going to bring down everything else. Don't forget to bring down that 50 in the beginning here. And 50 plus 66 is 116, right? I'm going to bring that down. And again, you could do this, right, to help organize. And now 116 minus 4 equals 112. And that's my answer. I've done everything, checked it off, everything in order. Now let's go over here and solve it just like some of us think we should. This is a common error with students and adults alike. They just want to go left to right. 50 plus 6 is 56, right? I'm just going to underline as I use them, times 11. And that answer so far is 616. So I've used my 50 plus 6, then I multiplied that by 11. I still have my minus 4. I'm just going to stick it here at the end. Everything goes in order from left to right, and my answer is 612. We are 500 points apart. Those answers aren't even close. So the reason that we want to use the order of operation is so that everybody gets the same answer. We all are following the same rules and the same answer will come out every time. Math is methodical. When you solve a math equation properly, everybody will get the same answer. When you just want to follow your own rules or skip things, it won't be right. This is why we use the order of operation. Let me give you an example in everyday life. What if everybody was allowed to drive anywhere they wanted? There were no lines on the road, there were no rules, no stoplights, no stop signs. Everybody just get in your car, go where you need to go, no rules. You're going to have chaos. And I think all of you can understand that. Imagine that, getting in the car and then you have a car coming right at you. There's no rule to stay on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. So it prevents chaos and it prevents different outcomes. That's why we have the order of operation. Let me give you some examples. Let's practice a little bit together, and then I'll give you a chance to practice on your own. If you already know how to do this and you want to pause the video at any time and solve it yourself and come back, you're more than welcome to do that. But I do have 2 more problems coming after this that I encourage you to do that. So let's do the first one here. We have our no parentheses, no exponents, but I do see multiplication. So I'm going to put parentheses around it to help me to focus. And now I have 5 plus 12 minus 2. And you can do it as whatever way you want. If you need to go 2 steps down, or if you can do 1 step as far as rewriting it, that's up to you. But be careful, make sure you are concise. 5 plus 12 is 17, minus 2 is 15. Let's go to the next one. Go right to my parentheses. 9 plus 2 is 11. And now I'm going to go to my next step. I'm going to write it all out just to show you. Minus, plus 14. Now, I brought everything down because I want you to see that the next step after I do parentheses is multiply and divide. I have one multiplication sequence right here, and I want to do that first. So 14 minus 11, and this time I'm just going to go across, okay? 14 minus 11 is 3. 3 plus 14 equals 17. And I just went from left to right with my addition and subtraction. Let's try the next one now. This one's a little different. I do have parentheses from both of these. So I can actually put my multiplication in the middle. 11 minus 4 is 7. So I have that there. Now here, this one uses the process of putting the multiplication and division before the addition. See that? If I had that division problem second, I would still have to do that first, right? And make up my own parentheses. So always watch. We always use that process, order of operations. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. I'm going to put that up here. Plus the 5 is 7. And now I have 7 times 7 equals 49. Nobody's trying to trick you when you see equations like this. It's just to show you that the order is very important to get the correct answer. All right, on this one, just pause anytime. If you want to pause the video and work it out and then come back, they're a little bit of a challenge because I want you to really understand how to do this. After you're finished with these 2 practice problems, go back to the description and I have 2 workbook pages there that you can print off and practice, okay? They even have the answers when you print them. Make sure you understand, especially as you go into upper level math. All right, let's get started. We have 20 minus 18. So I'm going to do that first. That's a 2. And now I'm going to bring everything else down. 9 times 3 plus my 2. And then I have a multiplication times 4 and minus 8. What I'm going to do, I know that I have to multiply and divide next. So I'm going to put parentheses around that one. Multiplication. And this is another multiplication here. So let's solve those. 9 times 3 is 27. I do have that plus sign in the middle. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 8. Now, some of you see this right away. 8 minus 8 is 0. So your answer will be 27. Or maybe you said 27 plus 8 is 34. Minus 8 is 27. Whichever way you want to do it, which makes sense to you, they both come out the same. But you have to do it in the order from left to right, okay? All right. Now this one is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video, that you have two sets of parentheses. And what we want to do is work out one set at a time. So this is 23, and we're going to subtract whatever in that inner parentheses. 18 minus 4 is 14. And we got our 5 here at the beginning. Now we are going to start the next step. Now, some of you are looking at this. You forgot about the parentheses, and you went right to multiplication because you see multiplication and subtraction. But remember, we had parentheses nestled inside of another set. So this 23 minus 14 gets calculated before multiplying by 5. This is why you have to go very slowly and keep looking back and making sure your order of operation is correct. Easy mistake. So now we have 23 minus 14, which is 9. And we're going to multiply that by 5. 5 times 9 equals 45. I did make a slide right here for you if you'd like to take a picture of that so that you can put this somewhere where you'll remember. You can snip it and put it on an online Word document and save some notes and print them off so that you have them handy. Keep using them as long as you need the rules and the notes to help you to remember. Absolutely keep them. You might even cut this out and put it on an index card and start making an index box full of rules so that you'll have them right at your fingertips.